Good morning. Welcome back to Snowmageddon. We are currently under a snowstorm warning. We are 6 weeks away from our last frost, which means we're about 8 weeks away from actually putting a lot of things, like the warm weather things, in the garden. And we were at 20 degrees on Saturday, which is 80 something Fahrenheit. And we've dropped down to below freezing today. And it's Tuesday. So that was quite the jump down. We're expecting quite a bit of snow today. So what better day than this to start tomatoes? I was going to start them about 2 weeks ago. And I second guessed myself. I'm like, no, it's too early. Don't do it. And then last week was just insanity week. So here we are. And I feel bad that I didn't start these earlier, but at least we're starting them now. Today we are doing tomatoes, loofahs, and some flowers. I am doing this differently than I did the peppers, just because I really don't want to up-pot these tomatoes. So I am going to put, depending on the tomato and the type, I might put 2 or 3 seeds in each hole and then just actually cut it down. Because I have no space. The peppers are taking over. I have no space in my little seed starting area, which is technically my office. There's very little space left in the garden plan. If I were to get more tomatoes, or too many tomatoes, or too many flowers, I mean, there's always space, right? Worst case scenario, I can buy some pots. But I don't want to go super crazy like I did with the peppers. So I'm reining it in a little bit. And I'm also starting some tomato seeds for my best friend who lives a couple doors down, which is great. She is excited. She wants to be able to make her own spaghetti sauce for her kids, which I think is, even though I still have 50 pounds of tomatoes in my freezer from last year. Yeah. I brought them from a farm because I only got 10, maybe 15 from my own plants that ripened, other than cherry tomatoes, because those all got eaten. So they're still in the freezer waiting to do something with, because I've been very overwhelmed by them, but I know they are okay there. And now here we are starting more. So let's get this started. So what am I doing this time that's different? This time I am going to be putting multiple seeds in each hole and trimming down to the strongest one, rather than putting 2 and hoping one emerges. Yeah, because I'm not doing this. I'm not repotting. That was hours of work that I do not have coming, like the time to do coming up, because we're coming into spring and summer and all the things. So I'm not doing that this time. And it was too much work. Oh, I just put some dirt on the ground. Oh well, I'm the one that cleans it. So basically what I am doing is I will be filling my red Solo cups that I took the time and cut the holes out yesterday, so you didn't have to see that. I'm going to fill them up, poke a hole for each type, and then keep going. I do need to label though, because we all know what happens if you don't label. Okay, I found some tape and a marker. So basically what I'm going to do is label all of them, put dirt in all of them, poke holes, seeds. Excuse me. Because it's a process. It's always a process. So these ones I'm starting now are Manitoba. They are determinate, and they're supposed to be good for cooler climates because they're shorter. It's a shorter day. So it's 65 days to maturity, whereas, let's see, the brandy wine is 85 days. That's insane. I mean, I know it's only 20 days, but 20 days is almost a month. So, and honestly, I don't know if that was the right call, because last year was ridiculously hot. And they're saying this summer is supposed to be hotter. So I don't know if I made the right choice. But we'll see. So, name of tomato or plant and date. Today is, oh, I have no idea, April something. Okay. Some of my last ones came off, so I have to make sure they're really on there good. My husband looked at all the cups I brought out this morning and went, "Do you have enough dirt to start all those?" And I went, "I hope so." Worst case scenario, I'm not going to start the marigolds today. If I'm getting close. I have to start the tomatoes. Period. No start about that. Like, no. Marigolds, worst case scenario, I can just direct sow them into the garden. Tomatoes, I can't do that. So, stick. I did moisten my soil already because it was easier. So, there it is. Filling it nice and full. Making sure it's patted down. Oh, sunshine. Oh, hello. That's unexpected. I'll take it. And just for reference, like, my onions are supposed to go out in the garden this week. I don't think that's happening. Okay. Those are full. Gonna wash off my hands. I'm a weirdo. I don't know why I have a really hard time opening and putting my hands in a seed packet when they're dirty, like really dirty like that. Yeah, so there are 25 seeds and I need 16. So now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take my stick, poke a hole in the middle, and that's where I'm going to put my seeds. It's in that little hole. Went and got my spray bottle. So what we're going to do, drop the seeds, cover, spray, go put them in the little greenhouse. And then repeat for, I think I had 95 cups. A lot. These are smaller than I thought. I know you can't really see them, but for some reason in my head, tomato seeds are about twice the size of that. 1, 2... 1, 2, 2, oh, 3 went in there, oh well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, I think there's 3 in there. That's it. Put the seeds away. There we go. And then just close them up. Yep, there's 3 in that one for sure. It's okay. Pat it down. And give a really good spray to make sure there's good connection between the soil and the seed. Now just to repeat a couple more times. And now it's snowing again. I think I'm going to tackle some of these smaller ones where there's only like 3, which will be most of my indeterminate tomatoes. And at this point, if it doesn't germinate, I'll go and buy some. I have some phenomenal garden centers near me. So I'm not too worried about that. I just prefer the money saving aspect of starting seeds, you know? Okay. So, I've never had, except for the one, I've never had any of these tomatoes before. So these are Brandywine. They are, I'm not sure whose favorite. Everybody talks about all of these, so I wanted to try them too. And because I'm only in my seventh year, God, I wish, second year of gardening, I have no idea. Until a year and a half ago, I had never even heard of these tomato varieties. Most of them. So, like, I'm excited. So this is a Brandywine Indeterminate. Aw, the snowplow's out. Yay. Sidewalk snowplow. You know, the one that actually doesn't need to be out this time. When he's needed, he's never to be found. When he's not needed, he's right there. These are about twice the size of the other ones, which is interesting, I guess, because it's a bigger tomato. Gosh, I wish I could tell you how excited I am for tomato sandwiches this year. I'm gonna go get some gardening gloves. That's smarter than washing my hands 30,000 times. I loved the gardening gloves I had last year. But I lost one of them. I think it's behind my deep freeze. Because I'm a bum and I left them on the freezer and then we needed to get into it and, you know, things. So the next one I have is Big Rainbow. And this takes 90 days. I feel like I just cheated the system somehow. That's okay. I'm cool with it. And the sun's back. Weather be weathering. Oops, 3 went in that one. Oh well. 3 went in that one. Because I don't know how to count apparently. 3. Other. And these ones are Dr. Wychees or Witchy's Yellow. And these are 80 days. I don't know if I'd be able to find any of these specific tomatoes in my big box, no, not my big box store, definitely not my big box store, in my garden centers. But like the cherry tomatoes, the saucing tomatoes, I know I can find for sure. Saucing tomatoes? What's the right word for that? I don't know. But you know exactly what I mean. So the next one we're starting are tomatillos. These are the Rio Grande, Rio Verde. So they're green. Never tried a tomatillo. I don't even know if I've had a tomatillo based sauce, but the idea of an enchilada sauce just sounds really good. And these are 80 to 90 days for some reason. Ooh, tiny, tiny. Oh boy. So small. Okay, the next small one we are doing is actually something I was too afraid to start last year. We're going to try loofahs. I know I will end up processing them green. Because we have such a short growing season. This is 120 days to maturity, and I believe that is until it's like ripe, and then it still needs to dry. And I think my growing season is about 120 days. So this is going to be a fun experiment. I'm already stressed. I am still going to plant 2. in each thing because I want 2 plants. But I am going to take some epic gardening advice, like epic gardener advice, and I'm going to clip the top of the seeds so the moisture can get in. Apparently that is the trick to get these to germinate quick. Oh yeah, okay. So I need 4 in total. There's 4. I'm going to come around. And now, I don't know if you can see this, but this is just a little thing. I was told to clip that little thing right there off. So that's all I'm doing. Here we go. Clipped. I know you can see these cups. Don't know if you can see those cups or those cups. We still have a lot of work to do. Hello? No way! So I thought I was recording. I apparently wasn't. For these 8, I started some Heinz tomatoes that I saved last year. I picked my favorite plant, picked my favorite tomato off that plant and saved the seeds. I'm hoping these work. Each one has 3 in it just to make sure that it works. Oh, and I need to spray these down. So for my friend, I am also going to start her some Heinz tomatoes. But I'm going to use the seeds that I bought last year instead of my homegrown seeds, just in case they don't come up. Right? I told her I would start her seeds, so I don't want her to have to go out and buy them. And these look the exact same as mine did, so I'm really happy. And the sun's back. So now that the big tomatoes are done, we have to move on to the cherry tomatoes. So for cherry tomatoes, I'm doing Geranium Kiss, and Bing Cherry, because I don't have enough Geranium Kiss. I guess I do if I only put 1 seed in, but then I'm running the risk of maybe not having enough plants. I don't know. This way, I get to see which ones I like better comparatively between the 2. From what I understand, this is a larger plant than that one, so it might produce a bit more. Oh! These are the wrong ones. These are the indeterminate. I don't want indeterminate. I'm glad I looked. I need determinate. Well, where would I have put those? Okay, time to start digging. These are all my leftover seeds from last year or extras that I bought this year to make sure I have enough for next year. Oh dang, hopefully. Okay, plan B. That was silly. We are going to do all Geranium Kiss and just put 1 per thing and then maybe buy some extras. Because where I want to put them doesn't have a trellis. So I can't do indeterminate or it'll be on the ground and that's when bugs get my tomatoes. And you know, animals. I keep trying to write August. It's April. Thankfully, the bestie and I already have a trip to the garden center planned in a few weeks. Like a month and a bit. Which, I mean, I guess it's a few weeks. Just, because why the heck not? And let's go play. Right? Right. Maybe I'll bring you, I don't know if I can film there. I know she won't have a problem with it because I just won't put her in it. But some places don't like that up here. I mean, I guess it's different now. When I was a teenager, I worked retail, and that was like one of the rules posted on the door was no filming in the store. But I guess that's probably very different now. So I need literally 1 more seed. Well, isn't that a nice thing? I got 13. in that packet. There we go. Now I'm going to save the rest of these for next year, I guess. That was a lovely panic moment, wasn't it? Oh, I didn't cover you. Haha. Here we go. So just as a bit of an update, these are onions. They are going to go outside for a little bit to harden off. Actually, they're going in the mud room. They're not going outside. It's a little too cold outside and a little too snowy, but it needs to continue. So there's our onions. They're going to go have a nice little jaunt in the mud room. I mean, it won't work for the sun and the wind, but the temperature, it'll work. Okay, so all the tomatoes and stuff are done. It is time for the pretty things. So we are starting some straw flowers. Approximately 75 seeds. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 in each hole, same as tomatoes. That way I get at least 1. I've never grown these before, but I'm super excited to have like a bouquet in the middle of winter of dried, beautiful flowers. Like that was my reasoning behind the straw flowers, was for beauty in the summer, beauty in the winter. I have 4 different types. I have the copper red, the silvery rose, the golden yellow, and the vintage white. There were a couple more that I wanted. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I ordered during Black Friday and things were going really fast. So I'm surprised I even got the 4 of these. So, I don't know why I sat down. That was silly. Okay, let's take a look at these seeds together. The calendula seeds looking like little worms shocked me so much. Oh, these are tiny. Oh, these are, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see that. They're super tiny. That's why there's so many. Oh, these are probably supposed to be surface sown then, because they're so small. Okay, well, we're not going to get to the marigolds today, and that's perfectly fine because they can be direct sown in a couple weeks. I'm just going to finish these up, put them away. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. I want to thank you for making this task a little less daunting. I don't know what it is about having the camera and talking to it and you guys, I guess, that makes this not so horrible. And I think I said this last time, but it really does make a difference. I hated this last year. Like, passionately hated this last year. This year, I don't really like it. So, thank you for that. I'm going to finish up these straw flowers, put them away. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Please, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.